Hello everyone, welcome to the Virtual Y. My name is Mike, and this is a 45-minute yoga class, and I'm going to give you all kinds of options today. So don't worry if you want something a little gentler, or if you want something a little more energetic, got you covered. Today's class is going to be a back bends practice, so make sure that you're really super mindful of what's going on, especially in your low back, or if you have issues anywhere along the length of the spine, you're going to be extra mindful of those places, okay? Today, make sure you have your props set up as well. You got block, blanket, strap, anything that you might like to have. Can be anything around the house as well. But I'd like you to lie back today. We're going to start lying back for a few things. But before we do, I want you to start taking your breath into a nice full rhythm. So when you come here, maybe put your hands on your belly and start to inhale for a count of 6. Inhaling nice and deeply for a count of 6. And then the same, exhale for a count of 6. Now try not to rush this. Don't worry, you'll get plenty of activity during the course of the 45 minutes. Okay? But direct this into a rhythm that's mindful and deep. And while you're at it, just, really have the intention of placing yourself here on the mat and have this be a sanctuary for you, away from the cares, desires, and fears around your day, and allow yourself to do something good for yourself here and now. Good, so we have that established deep rhythm of breathing. We're gonna put that with a little bit of movement to begin. So when you inhale, you're gonna clasp your hands, flip the palms up overhead and flex your feet. Then exhale, bring it all back down and point the toes away as the arms come back away. So time this. Inhale, maybe it's still about your 6. Flip the palms away, full body stretch. And exhale. At the end of that exhale, we end activated with the toes pointing. Good. Full inhale, control it. It's interesting how just a little bit of mindfulness brings us into the place of synchronicity there. Good, and we're going to change this. Bring the heels in close. Now just send the hips up and the arms up overhead for a bridge flow, and exhale, bring this back down. So we are warming the back, knowing that it's going to be doing some back bending. Starting right here, this is our first foray into a back bend. And next time your arms are up, inhale and hold the hips up, but then dig your elbows into the floor, okay? Inhale and press up a little bit. Remember, this is still warm up, so if you need to be a little lower, that's fine. If you feel like wiggling around it, that's fine. Anything while we were warming up. Good. Okay, let's go ahead and let one vertebra at a time come down. Hug the knees in, all right? Give maybe a low back massage. Another way to get some blood moving in that area. And then chin to your chest. Give me a couple test rocks, real baby rocks here, all right? And try not to swing your legs too much. Have this be from the core. And we're gonna come forward onto all fours to continue our warm-up. Come on to all fours. We'll do the basic cat-cow here today. So inhale, draw your heart forward, lift your tailbone, and then exhale, tuck under, draw the belly button up. Inhale, come through. And exhale, press the floor away. Inhale again, come through. One more, exhale the floor away. Navel's up and deep. And let's come back to a child's pose next. Sitting back, knees wide, toes together. Surrender your head and your forearms, or you could stack and support them, all right? So have a moment here of surrender and grounding. Ground down. And I'm gonna put together a lower series here that we'll use later on as well. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna come up just far enough to see your top of your mat, and then you're gonna strike like a cobra. So you want to undulate that spine all the way through down, and once you're down here, you'll take an inhale for a baby cobra, okay? Now draw the navel back, exhale back into that child's pose. Good. Inhale, rising just up. Exhale and strike on through. Inhale then for that cobra. And exhale, go ahead back. Again, inhale, come on up. Spot that spot up there and then undulate. Hug the arms into the body. Now stay here. I'd like to warm the back in a different way in a cobra. So put your forehead down. And I'd like you to take a count of 4 to inhale and lift on up. Okay, then exhale for a count of 4. We're gonna inhale increase the inhales. Inhale for 5 then, all right? You don't have to go with me. Exhale for 4. Okay, inhale for 6. And then exhale for 4. So get, in touch with that 4. Inhale for 7. FYI, we're going up to 8. And then exhale 4. And then really put the brakes on the 8, okay? Slow it down. And at the top of that 8, go ahead and hold it. Draw your navel in and up. Shoulders back, arms tight. All right. And then let's go ahead and press back to that child's pose. We're gonna come to down dog next. So make a good impression. Make a good impression in the mat with your hands. Tuck the toes, lift your hips. And you wanna notice too, if you're pressing just into your heels of your hands or if it's a little bit in the fingers. So distribute that weight a little bit more. Bring your navel up to lift your hips. And then let your heels sink. Real nice stretch up the backs of the legs, but you can pedal through if you need it. Good. All right, we're gonna come to the top of the mat. So inhale, look to the top of the mat, and then exhale, work your way up there. Take a side kind of sway in your forward fold here for a moment, and then come to your center and nod your head yes. Good, and bend your knees, rise with your heart on up. And exhale, Tadasana. Let's do the same thing that we did when we were on the floor. I want you to clasp your hands, flip on up, and give that full body stretch, and then exhale, let it go. All right? And do that again. Inhale, if you're brave, maybe inhale, you're gonna rise up onto your toes. Exhale, bring it on down. Do it one more time. Inhale, and then exhale. Beautiful. I've got a flow here before we start a sun salutation. Let's go ahead and come on up. It's a version of a chair flow. You'll exhale, you'll sit into a chair like so. Now take an inhale, freeze it there, and exhale, come into forward fold fully. Come to halfway lift then. Press yourself away from your legs, and then exhale, forward fold again. We're gonna rise back into chair, inhale like so, and then exhale, find your Tadasana. Let's do that again. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, bring this into a nice chair, go low. Inhale, freeze and hold, strong. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, press yourself away from those legs. And forward fold a little bit deeper. Okay, let's inhale back to chair. You can keep the hands under control, and then exhale, Tadasana. Good, we're gonna do that one more time. Anything worth doing is worth doing about 3 to 5 times. Come on down. All right, inhale, hold. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift as you inhale. Forward fold again, deeper. And then back to chair, all right. And back to mountain pose. All right, take a moment, have a nice mountain pose there. Press down to lift up. And we're going to do our full sun salutation. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Now lunge your right foot way back. Lunging it way back. So when you lunge, just go straight back behind your heel. We're gonna move this straight into a down dog. So plant the hands and go back. Find your down dog again. Okay, from here, this is similar to what we just did. So inhale, put your knees down. Look just ahead of you. And then exhale, come back to your child's pose. Inhale, rise up just enough to spot the top of your mat. And exhale, and snake. Strike through like so. Shoulders back, and you're gonna be a baby cobra or maybe more now. Exhale, let's come back to down dog. You're gonna lunge your right foot forward. Inhale there. Then exhale, step into a forward fold. All right, reach behind you, interlace or just hold, behind you with the bind. You're gonna come to a halfway lift. Then take the bind into a forward fold. Let the arms go, and they're gonna swing you back into chair. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, press. And exhale, Tadasana. All right, that's a lot of stuff. Inhale, so take the journey. Exhale, forward fold with me. Left foot lunges back. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, knees down, look through. Exhale, back to your child's pose. Rise just a little, inhale, look. Exhale, and cobra strike on through. Inhale, baby cobra, up dog if you want. Exhale, back to down dog. and you're gonna lunge your left foot forward. Inhale there. Exhale, forward fold. Reach behind you. Come to halfway lift with that bind. See that? Exhale, forward fold. Let this go. Inhale. Okay. Exhale, deepen. Inhale and rise. Finish at heart center. One more pass. Let's go. Inhale. Good. Exhale, come down. Lunge the right foot back. Inhale. And exhale, down dog. Knees down, tabletop, look through. Child's pose, exhale, come back. Inhale, up just a little bit. Then you're gonna strike. Exhale, come on through. Inhale, back to down dog, and lunging your right foot forward, okay? Inhale there. Exhale, step it in, fold. Reach behind you, clasp your forearms or your wrists. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let the hands go, swing into chair. Exhale, deep. Inhale, rise, and finish at heart center. Beautiful. All right, so that is intended to get everything moving in the right direction. Does it feel like it? All right, take the left foot back. Left foot back, and we're gonna have a little bit of a warm up here in Warrior One. So our Warrior One today, we will have our arms up in the salute, and when you exhale, you're gonna bend that knee, make sure it goes forward towards those toes, and you're gonna draw your shoulders back. Let me give you another angle. You're gonna draw back here, all right? So you really wanna be pressing, it's like your elbows are pressing onto something. All right, so it looks like this. You inhale, straighten, and salute. Exhale, come down. You're kind of drawing forward in your heart as well. Inhale. Good. Exhale, draw it back. Inhale. And let's go ahead and hold this. And I want you to have some special attention here at the low back. Low back, and notice there's probably a little curve happening there. Draw your navel in and support that. Support that, okay? Beautiful. All right, we're gonna inhale on up. Then you're gonna open on out for a triangle. So let me get back aligned here. Triangle nice and wide. I'm gonna reach, hand on thigh, or on shin, or maybe you like a block. Okay, then this top arm, let's have a flow on that. Inhale, you look up over. Exhale, comes to your side, look down. Okay, inhale. And exhale. So keep going with your breath. When I say inhale and exhale, it's not a command to follow me. It's a reminder for you to move with those, okay? Nice inhale over, exhale back. And then let's hold this. Remember, when we put our hand down, it's all too easy to just kind of, be there. But you gotta use your musculature to stay out here in space. So you see that if I took my hand away from here, and I did, I still have this great, angle, strong in space. Good. Okay. From here, let's get a little bit loose, and I want you to step up to a halfway lift again. Step up and really have this be a nice lengthening for you. It doesn't have to be deep, but just really push those hips back and your crown forward. And this is also gonna let us change feet for a second. Okay, so now instead you're gonna step your right foot straight back, and we're gonna do a pyramid. Now, a lot of you may want to take your block and just put it right under your shoulders. This is great pyramid, different than triangle. Here's the thing I really want you to do. Press a little bit into your front leg and take this hip back a little bit. Then press a little bit into your back leg, all right? And send that hip forward a little bit. That is what we want in a pyramid. If you're a bendy person, you definitely can come down and relax over the leg. Otherwise, have this be really about the hip. I don't really care too much about how far down we are. I want to get into that hip, and you can pivot your hips and feel it. Good. All right, so now we're here ready for the next pose. Put your block right under your right hand and then open on up to the left side for a revolved triangle. So you're gonna feel more stable in a revolved triangle if both of your feet are on 2 lanes. 2 lanes on your mat instead of on a balance beam. Okay. If this is too much up here, go ahead, tuck it back. Beautiful. All right, so can you windmill and go to the side of your mat? Now, do that, but I'm gonna go ahead and switch sides. So I want you to come around, be wide, and we're gonna take a goddess pose. So knees and toes out 45 degrees. Start big, and then come down. Where's your center? Where's your center front to back? Find it. Maybe you like to join the first 2 fingers, have a little bit of a chin mudra there for a sec. Good, fire on in the belly, as deep as you want to practice. Bring your smooth breathing back. Remember that 6 count? No, it might not be 6 now, but it's still even and strong. Good. Okay, so we're gonna get a little bit loose and then just kind of come together. I wanna have a balance practice today of dancer. So let's put this together. So you're first gonna stand on your right foot. So wrap your head around that. And then dance partners, you're gonna give me your right hand as well. So left is gonna come back around and hold the ankle. Now this might be enough for some people. You can stop here. Otherwise, the more you kick back, the more you come forward. Okay? Into this dancer's pose. Try to keep your hips kind of level, square. If you need to be simpler about it, then just ease out, but don't hold your breath. And then we come out with control. Let's go ahead and put that all down. Beautiful. Nice. Let's do the other side. I'm just gonna come to this side for simplicity's sake. Always make sure that you are back at equilibrium. And then we're gonna take that right foot straight back. Again, I like to keep them in 2 lanes. And this will be our warrior 1 flow. So we straighten and we're up, and we exhale and we come with those sort of inhale here, exhale, jazz hands. Inhale, good, exhale. So really feel like you're squeezing those shoulder blades back together behind you. Nice, 1 more. And then we're gonna hold that. Hold deep. You want in a warrior 1 that back foot to be grounded, all right? Fully flat, pressing the mat apart between the feet. Good, sticky mat. Okay, let's go ahead, come on up. And we're gonna open to that triangle. Triangle, reach so you can't go anymore. Land the hands someplace. And our flow today, again, is inhale, look up. Exhale, bring it to the side, look down. Inhale. So don't go through the motions. Remember that the breath in yoga is an integral part, and it's helping us lead our mind into more stability. And now let's go ahead and settle. The ultimate goal of a yoga practice is the benefit for the nervous system, all right? Soothing, it's practice of reducing, those things that cause tension, those impulses, and bringing ourselves back to balance. Good. Let's get a little loose and come back to halfway lift here. All right, so enjoy the fact that this is making your back really long. Don't be afraid to tip a little forward. Notice what happens there. You tip a little forward, I just got more stretch up the back of my legs. I'm gonna keep my navel up too, all right? All right. And we keep breathing. All right, we're gonna step our left foot back next. Left foot goes straight back, and here's our pyramid. I got my block. My pyramid here. Even hips, test it out. Press into your front foot, send that hip back. keep the hands under you, under your shoulders. And yes, you can go down further if you like. I'm going to practice and demonstrate just a good mid-range for this pose here. Smooth breath, long spine. The smooth breath takes us into that anti-stressed position in the body and in the mind. Good. Okay, here we are for our revolved triangle. Let's put that lower hand, left hand on the block under the shoulder, and open on up. Stack those shoulders or put the hand down behind you. Good. Fix your eye gaze. Try not to, especially in twists. I notice in class that we have this tendency to roam around with our eyes, but that's another way of stilling ourselves, is to keep focused. Okay, and then, like before, we're gonna windmill that back on up, except I need to face this way. Okay, come back out to the side. Different this time. I want parallel feet. Usually I'll say wrist distance, but if you want to, I'm going to encourage you to practice as much inner thigh flexibility as you like. And you got this if you need it. Inhale, come on up. Exhale. I want you to create a tabletop here. So come forward. Inhale and create this sensation of a tabletop. We're going to take a few breaths here. Inhale. Now exhale, just surrender your spine. Drop. Now inhale, tabletop again. Come forward. Exhale, relax, draw your navel in and up. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, relax, and then hold here. Maybe walk your hands back a little bit. And just like we did a little bit ago, encourage yourself to tip a little bit onto the fronts of the feet. And you want that feeling even weight in front and back. Nod your head, yes. Good, smooth breath. Good. Let's go ahead and come back up. Maybe bend your knees, hands on thighs, and come on up. And we're going to return back to center, ready to practice your other dancer's pose. So, what did you need? We're going to be on the left foot this time. So, dance partners, you're going to step forward onto that left, and then offer me your left hand. Right is gonna go back and find your ankle behind you. All right. Now, inhale here. Exhale, start kicking back. Go with control. Speed is the enemy of balance. If you wobble, it's just because this is not a natural state. We have to practice balance. A good few breaths. Okay. Good. Let's go ahead, come on up and find the top of your mat. One more time. Inhale, rise up here. Exhale, give me a little sit into chair. Inhale, and then exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Nice slow flow. Exhale, forward fold again. To chair, rise, and to mountain. Beautiful. All right, that's our standing stuff. Let's go ahead and we're gonna come on down. We're gonna come on to our knees. So be forewarned that we're gonna be on the knees for a couple minutes. So I'm gonna encourage either taking a blanket or doubling up your mat and putting your knees on that, okay? So come on up. You'll thank yourself. Stand on your knees in what we call thunderbolt. We're gonna put together a half camel. So take your right hand and find the bony parts of your hip there. Secure. Now lift on up through the left, and I want you to inhale high, turn your abdominals on, and then each vertebra from the bottom to the top, up, lift, up, lift, up, lift and back, lift and back, lift and back, a little bit. Each one goes a little bit so that the arc happens along the whole length of it. Navel on, you decide how far back to go. Keep your chin in control. Glutes lightly squeezed. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do a little recovery from this. Just a super light, come forward and then tuck your hips under when you come back. And then more like straight forward and tuck your hips. So we're not actually going into the bend here. All right. So to give us a break from the back bend for a moment, we're gonna lunge the right foot forward. Knee goes above your foot, and give me a couple test flows forward and back. Sometimes this flowing is just to get you into a tight spot. And then we're gonna hold. Some people may like to have their block here or shimmy that heel forward and have a nice kneeling hamstring stretch. Pushing your hips back. Maybe I even kind of sway my hips side to side and find the place I want to work into. Good, be here. Doing a few things here today. Just know that the next thing we're going to do is pigeon. So if pigeon is something that isn't great for your knees or hips, you're going to lie back. So talking about that, let's come forward, and you're essentially going to fold this leg underneath you. See, like so? Bring your right knee to your right hand. Tuck this foot underneath you. Slide your back foot all the way back, and then release it. All right. Now we're going to do the royal pigeon today. If you're in the mood to just come down, that's fine. But royal pigeon is foot up, and then go ahead and reach back. All right. So depending on your flexibility, it may feel like more of a back bend for some than for others. Eventually, we want those shoulders to face more towards the front. Okay, let's go ahead and flex your foot, then put that down. I'm gonna work back to all fours, please. Come back here and have another kind of recovery flow for this. Thunderbolt, inhale up, and exhale. You bow down, bring your hands to your low back, okay? Inhale up. This is helping us prepare for now the other side a couple times. And really, tuck under, tuck in here. Take those moments to counterpose the back bends. Okay, now we're gonna put together the other camel. So we're gonna take that left hand back, find your bony part, right hand up. Remember, inhale and lift, squeeze glutes, squeeze your abdominals, and every vertebra goes back a little bit, lift a little bit, back and lift, all the way up through each one so that you have this lovely, strong arc back. All right, you can kind of see my back arcing perhaps. I know, I'm wearing a black shirt. Right. Okay, let's go ahead and come out of that. Nice strong abdominals. And we're gonna lunge the left foot forward this time. Knee over foot. Give me a couple test runs here. And you might also, during this, start to shimmy that heel a little further forward. Depends on where you want to practice. And then hold that anywhere that is beneficial. No doubt you're going to feel the tension here, so breathe into it. Okay, the next pigeon, go ahead and tuck this leg under you. Tuck it under you. Take that back leg back. Foot stays in the middle. And you could do this pigeon just like so with any amount of back bend or none at all going forward, all right? Otherwise, right here, finding outside or inside of that leg, and then coming back towards the front. Thinking about what you're doing with your head too, you just want that neck to always be a natural extension of what your spine is doing. Okay, so not, way far down, not looking up. Okay, come back to all fours again. Let's go ahead and get rid of any extra padding or double up and bring yourself to any plank. So I'm gonna show you one version of plank here is to just come forward on the knees. Maybe you like to take the fists, or you could do a full plank. Come on up, all right. Not here for forever today, just enough to make it count. You could also be on your elbows. Remember, elbow plank is harder than hand plank. Hey, if you need that, be my guest. Good, good, good. Navel in and up. Heels back, crown forward. And not this, not that. I never saw a board that looked like that. Okay, a plank. Okay, let's put the knees down and come down. Turn your face to the side, arms to the side, and rest. Have a few rounds of breath with deep belly breathing. Good. Always allowing yourself to come back to a sense of balance after intense work. It's all right. Again, it's nice, you're training, you're again saying to your nervous system, you're all right, that you are doing things that are not stress causing, but stress reducing. Okay, let's have one locust down here today. So if you need the support in a locust, hands are under your shoulders, and that's really more of a cobra. All right, but a locust goes without the support. You draw the hands back to the side ribs and keep the legs really long, like a double popsicle there, okay? Now you can hold that. Add-ons might include lifting the feet or even opening and binding behind you, like so. Do what you like today and hold it for a little bit, knowing that you can always take, a piece of that off when you need it and rest. Give me another breath. And then let's recover in child's pose. Knees wide, toes together, and kind of retreat into your turtle's shell here. Stay there, and allow the breath to expand the ribs, expand the back side of the body. Good. Now, take stock. Let's go ahead and come up. We've been doing a lot of back bending. Now you want to really take stock. We're going to come onto our backs of, how that's doing. If you're feeling okay, it influences the choices you make next. So if you're feeling like, ooh, that's enough back bending for me today, maybe you're going to take a bridge, feet in. Maybe you're going to take a bridge with that block under the hips and hang out for a sec, all right? Find the sweet spot. Or if you would like to do a full standard bridge, dig your elbows into near your sides and then lift up, roll your shoulders underneath you, and then just kind of keep lifting, all right? And you want to make sure your neck feels normal here. The reason why we roll the shoulders under us is to bring that upper spine, the back of the neck, off the mat, okay? And when you're in something like this, resist the urge. Don't do a lot of twisting to look at the screen. That's not a great thing while your back is working like that, to keep looking to the side. Let's not develop any issues. Okay, pressing those hips up. Good, good. All right, let's undo the shoulders. One vertebra at a time. Let that back descend, descend. Whew-ah. And we'll have another knee hug. Do anything you like, or just hold it still. Breathe against the legs. So we are in position to do a couple more things right here where we are. Let's go ahead and legs up, arms up. Inhale, exhale, hug. Inhale, arms up, legs up. Exhale, hug. Nice, keep doing that, and not with me, with your own breath. We're gonna recover here because I'd like to do a couple other things for core strength. So let's stay with the hug, and we're gonna put together a bicycle, pretty classic. Now you can keep your head down if you want. Remember, a bicycle looks like this, and you can make that easier by just not going as far. You can just go shorter, okay? Otherwise, let's take the fingertips and support the weight of our head. Draw your shoulders up a little bit. Take an inhale here, and then exhale, bring your right knee in and twist to it. All right, inhale, come in. We'll start slow. Exhale, and then twist the other way. Inhale in, exhale out. Okay, so modify if you need to. Exhale, I could go little. All right, inhale, exhale, I could look like this. Yeah? All right, and then let's pause here in the middle. And now let's do the classic, all right, side to side. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, turn, exhale, turn. And then remember, I could also do something like this. If I was still building strength, yes I could, or maybe just a little bit with my heel. Exhale, inhale, exhale, one more. All right, and let's return back to a hug. Whoo! Good. Try to keep the back flat on the floor too here, instead of curving in so much. Okay. And then we're gonna also do the drops side to side. So yogi's choice, arms out wide. And if you want the light version, you just want to release for the back, put your toes down and let them fall to the side. Inhale, center. Exhale, fall to the side. But I've got a little flow for us here. If you want to pick your feet up, when you go to the side, extend your top leg and look away. Good. Inhale, come center. And then as the knees come down, extend the top leg and look away. Inhale, center. Use your arms. Exhale, down and away. Kick the foot away. Inhale, back up, knees bent. Exhale, kick the top foot away. Let's do one more round like that. A lot of pat the head and scratch the tummy. Or is it the other way around? All right. Now we'll return back in the center once more. All right, so we need to do a little bit of twist here before we're done. So cross your right leg over your left and give me a little rock. And come on up. And you're gonna end up with that right leg crossing over the left. So it's probably gonna look like a mirror to you for what I'm doing, but my right leg is bent up. Take your right arm back behind you. Inhale up and around for the left. Inhale and lift, exhale and twist. Settle your eye gaze behind you. And as time goes on, see where you can relax. Good. And let's go ahead and just bring these feet in front of us for a staff pose for a moment. Sit up tall. Bring your navel in and up, long in the neck, okay? Legs kind of sucking down towards the floor. All right. And let's have for a moment a little bit of a boat, but it's a boat only long enough to send us back into one more brief knee hug. And then cross your left leg over your right. What we're trying to do is we're trying to rock up into that twist. Can you do that? Give a little test rocks. Psych yourself up. And then you're gonna have that left over right. So maybe you got there a little bit of the ways. And then correct it. Bring your left arm around. Right arm up and around. Sit tall. What you want to do here, this is great for our hips as well. Always think about this knee as coming towards my midline, all right? So getting more belly out of the way. Take one more deep inhale. One more deep exhale, deeper. Nice. And we're going to finish just lying back. One more thing. If you know what your butterfly is, like so, let's try to do that lying back. And you can try to do that by clasping your hands and taking them around the feet. And that may not feel comfortable if we don't have that ability yet. So you can definitely do something simpler, like hugging knees, happy baby, or at the feet, okay? Otherwise, here I am in the butterfly. It's also called bound angle. And when you're in these poses, you need to work towards your spine being long on the mat. Because we end up being, when we're tight in this, we're here, and my hips are up, and my head and shoulders are up, but you want to encourage the spine to lengthen and relax. Put the hips down. It's where you're going to feel the test of your flexibility as well. Nice. This is our final forward folding movement, bringing us in towards relaxation. And we do take some minutes in Shavasana in this class. And please do not exit this practice without the Shavasana. I'm going to challenge you to rest, to consider it a part of the package, and to get the benefit and to learn why we do it, okay? So, rest either by lying out long, or especially when we've done this low back work, you may like to bring your feet wide, knees together, and that's really nice for the low back to relax, all right? And then let the hands be at the side or on the belly, and bring yourself inwards. And just recall that, a practice of yoga is a balanced practice. And so these minutes that we take are the counterpoint to all of the activity and the focus, the direction we're headed in the physical practice. All of it laddering up to bringing us into a less stressed state. So find your breath smoothing out again, but then let it go and let it be normal. Allow it to be still and deep. And make sure you're settling any parts in the body that are still feeling any tension at all. And try to watch your thoughts. So it's okay if the thoughts are going. That's what they do. But here in this restful place, we want the mind to also rest. So trying to draw back and almost see yourself from a position of remove and watching yourself and watching your thoughts instead. Maybe what it takes is just giving yourself the permission to be content with rest while you are conscious. We live in a society that encourages us to keep moving. But when we do that, we are imbalanced. And so our practice is a method of bringing us back to balance. Let go and be detached. Notice your breath like a wave. Good. And this peaceful place is what we call a state of yoga. And this peace or this state of yoga, it evaporates really fast. So we need to be mindful in order to hold on to it and recognize that it's within us. So hold on to that peacefulness as you begin to move a little more, bringing yourself back. Maybe you like to bring your right arm overhead and turn onto the right side. Bend your knees for a moment and have a couple breaths there. Eventually, come up and sit again. And we'll finish class together, again, mindfully. Place hands at Anjali Mudra. Touch your thumbs to the heart center. And just let your chin bow. Again, reminding yourself of that peace. All right. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Remember, if you are streaming from the social channels, the virtual Y is only $9.99 a month, and you can have access to all kinds of classes like this. Please favorite this class if it offered you a challenge or if it was a favorite. I encourage you to go back to practices. We are new every week. We are live and new every week, but sticking to something and getting better at it for, several practices in a row is a huge benefit as well. Okay, I'll see you next time. Be well.
I'm Sarah, and this is Cardio Dance. Are you guys ready to work out? Let's do it.
I woke up feeling like this gon' be my day. I got that poppin' fire every step I take. Living that wild life.
To the bag. Go. That's where we want to go.
Last 10 seconds. I'm right here with you. Let's do it.
Welcome to the Y. My name is Erin. I'm Jennifer.
My name is Linda.
My name is Tommy, and today we're going to do a quick step routine.
We feeling like we can conquer the world today?
I wish you all could smell it. It smells so good.
Time. We get stronger in my world. We're going to do it again.
We'll see you again. Keep working hard. You did awesome.